hear me? And my mic was off. So I started this with tech issues, and then I came on with a mic turned off. So we gonna get it together. We gonna get it together. It's been one of those days. Um, so let me know if you can hear me. I'll wait. That mic is connected. Let me know if you can hear me. Definition, and make sure this audio is right. All right, you can hear. Mrs. McQueen says you can hear. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I was talking. And okay, let me show you. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but I am. My microphone has this button. And when it's on, it's red. And when it's muted, it's a flashy. And so remembering to look and see whether the mic is on or not is sometimes just beyond me. So it was off this time. Hey, y'all. Glad you're here. Hey. Today we're talking about the progress you're making on your career break and move abroad plan. So today is all about you. Happy to have you here. Okay. So yesterday was the group coaching session for From Burnout to Bliss, my group coaching program. And yesterday we went around and we talked about the progress people were making in their journey, whether that's a career break, if you want to go abroad for maybe a year or maybe less, and you want to take a break from something you're doing. Maybe you want to keep doing what you're doing. You just want to do it somewhere else. And then we also talked to people who were moving abroad about what their plans were. So it went really well. Everyone in my group is making beautiful progress. And so I wanted to see what progress you guys were making. So this is what we're doing today. We're talking about the progress you made. We also worked together, I think on Wednesday. The days are a bit jumbly. I'm getting on a plane later on today. And so jumbly days are kind of just what my life is right now. So, you know what it is? We were like, I don't quite know what happened this week. But apparently Wednesday we did a work with me session. It was 5 hours long. I was online for 5 hours and people were working in the comments. And so it was nice to see you guys and talk to you guys then. I know some of you were working on your career break plan. So if you got work done on Wednesday, let me know what you got done. If you've gotten work done since the last time you gave us an update, give us an update. If you have never given an update or you gave an update last week, doesn't matter. More updates, please. Tell us what's going on. What's new? I'd love to hear it. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Here we are. Yes, Dee was in the group coaching program, and we had such a good day yesterday. Such a good day. Okay. Monique Michelle wants to keep doing what she's doing, but do that somewhere else. I like it. Nikki, enjoy the co-working session. So at the end of this call, however long this takes, I'll schedule another co-working session. I could probably have looked at my calendar before I said that, so I have an idea when I'm going to do it. But it'll probably be another Wednesday. Wednesdays are usually good. I just don't know when. So we'll figure it out together. Maybe like 3 weeks or so. Mrs. McQueen is spending 10 days in Barbados for my birthday career break at the end of August. Yay. Mrs. McQueen, how did you choose Barbados? Tell us in the comments how we got to Barbados. Let's see. All right. Alicia has 5 days until Mexico City. And I won't be here when you get here. Speaking of breaks, I'm going to Cancun Nope. I'm going to Playa del Carmen today. So Playa ladies, if you're around, I'll be there for 3 days. I have absolutely no plans. And then after Playa, going to Cancun for 8 days, maybe. And then after that, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. After Cancun, I'll probably stay in either Yucatan or Quintana Roo for a little while, but I really don't know what the plan is. No idea. All right. Oh, Mrs. McQueen's aunt and grandmother live in Barbados, so that's why she's going there. That's a great idea. Okay, see the family. Mrs. McQueen, do you know if you are eligible for Barbadian, right? I think it's Bayesian citizenship. Something we should all consider. If your family's from another place, can you get one of them passports? Something to consider. Reckless Love took the first step on Thursday and filed for her passport. She also lives in the state that requires real ID, so she got that too. $240 well spent. Good job. Reckless Love, where's your first trip? Tell us. Where's your first trip? Francis B is packing up their house to get it ready to be rented. I think I know which Francis this is. And yay, that's very exciting. Very, very exciting. It's time to be off into the world. Off into the world. All right. Let's see. Courtney. Courtney and I did a one-on-one session. And so since she met with me, she's been strategizing like crazy. She saved a substantial amount, almost paid off all her credit card debt, and she's black sitting in October 2022. Congratulations, Courtney. I do one-on-one work as well. I usually talk about the group coaching session, but I do one-on-one work with people who want one-on-one support. So I'm going to drop the link to that in the comments, and I'm going to tag it because I always forget to tag it, which means I have to go to the other window. But if you want help so that you can strategize like crazy and save a substantial amount and pay off all your credit card debt and plan your exit from the US for this year, schedule a meeting. We make progress. We make progress in these meetings. All right. So let me go here. What else is going on, guys? Update me. Let everyone know, because knowing that other people can do it, are doing it, will make a significant difference in your progress and you doing it and you knowing it can happen. I sent out an email to my email list this week talking about someone, when I was talking about quitting your job to live wherever you want, someone said, "Oh, that's impossible." And I was like, but why? Like, why do you believe, if all these people are saying, in the comments, there are a bunch of people saying they were doing it, right? And so if all these people are saying they are doing it, why is your first response to say it's not possible? And what does that say about your belief in yourself and your ability to do hardish things, right? So, and that's not a judgment per se, like we all have our things, right? But if you don't think it can happen, it's unlikely to happen. It just is, right? Like if you don't believe that it's possible, you won't do the work to make it happen. And that's what I wrote to my newsletter list this week, that if you want something to happen, you actually have to do the work to make it happen. Otherwise, it's just kind of like a thought, right? If you keep thinking about it and you're not actually like doing the work, it's just a thought, then if a thought is just an idea, like I would like to do this one day, or you might make progress. But if your thought is it's impossible, where will the progress come from, right? If your thought is there's no way I can do this, how will you ever make progress? It just won't happen. And so I encourage you to think positively about the experiences that you want and the experiences you desire in your life, and try to make those happen. Because if you don't, think positively. If you think it can't happen, then how, where, why, right? If it's impossible, you're not going to do the work to make it happen. And most of the things we want in life require some work. They just do. So if you want it and it's worth working for, don't phrase it in your mind as impossible. Like, have it as like, talk about it when it's like it's actually going to happen. Like, when I take a career break, I'm going to do this. When I move abroad, this is what my life is going to be like. I cannot wait until this, right? Like, be excited about it. The minute you start saying it cannot happen for you, it's not going to happen for you. The minute you think that this is something that only happens to other people, you're not going to make it happen. You're not. So, are you on my email list? Are you? They got that sermon early this week. Let's see. I'm dropping the link to join my newsletter if you haven't already joined. All right. I'm going to share this comment with you. I be knowing. Things. All the things. I'm knowing all the things. Yes, it's the best big city. It's the best big city in the world. Now, if you're not a big city girl, it's not going to be a city for you. It's not going to be a city for you. But it's the best big city. Okay. Randomly, I've been here 3 years on and off. Well, 6 months in 2019. The solid amount of time I've been in the city is 2 years, 2 years over a 3-year span, a little bit more than 2 years over a 3-year span. I have seen a mouse and a rat. A mouse and a rat in 3 years. New Yorkers, I'm looking at y'all. When I say that this is a big city, but it's not like, it's a really clean city. It's a really clean city. It's a big city. It is a gorgeous city. Okay. Now this wasn't, I don't know where this rat came from. It was on my a walk I take regularly. And I've never seen rats there before, but there's a new restaurant coming in. So I think it might be coming from that. But how in New York, y'all New Yorkers know what I'm talking about. Like, you'll see a rat on the sidewalk and the rat will be like, okay, so this trash is my business. So you need to keep on walking. The rat saw me and was like, nope, there's a human, gotta run. And like ran immediately the minute I made a noise. Immediately ran away. The last time I saw a rat in New York, the rat was like, you're on my block. What are you gonna do? You gonna move, huh? You gonna move? Because I'm not moving. I don't know how I got down the tangent of rats in big cities, but I know why. I frequently hear people worried about and messaging me one-on-one for me to assure them that whatever critters they think exist in the city are not here. This week, it was someone asking about spiders. Hey, if you're watching my videos now, she said something about she was worried about the spider problem. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's no spider problem. I've been asked about the snakes, all of the snakes. They're worried about the snakes in the city. And I was like, in the zoo? Like, where would, in a major city, this is a mega city. In a mega city, where would you have snakes? Where would there be a snake problem? And so I'm gonna back this up into a larger kind of thing. People ask about like the packs of dogs. If you see a pack of dogs, they are with a dog walker. There are no like roaming packs of wild dogs. It's a mega city. That doesn't happen here. But backing this up, into a good point for us today. What you imagine a city to be like may not be anything it's like. And so there is a lot of value in visiting a place before you move there. I think if you're very flexible, right? It's fine. But if you're terrified of spiders and you cannot live in a place where there are spiders, maybe you go to a place first, right? And see if you've heard there are spiders there, if it's a big problem. Another larger point coming from this is that in a country, not every city is going to be alike. I'm sure some of them cities, towns out in Mexico somewhere, I'm sure some of them have a lot of spiders and a lot of insects and a lot of lizards and stuff. I'm in a major metropolitan city at an elevation of like, ow, right? Like that's how high we are. Ow. So we don't have those problems here. We have other things here. And I have a new video for you guys coming out, I think next Sunday, because I'm going to be on a boat. We're doing our catamaran experience next Sunday at this time. So I think I'm going to give you a pre-recorded video. It's already ready. Cannot wait to give it to you. Last week when I went walking with the people for Juneteenth, I made a video asking people about who've lived here for a while, their experiences here, what neighborhoods they like. Because I know some of y'all are interested in neighborhoods that are not the traditional neighborhoods that expats talk about. So video with neighborhoods, with what people like and don't like about Mexico City, and a bunch of stuff will be coming to you, I believe, next Sunday. Off topic totally. Don't know how we got here. We got here because someone said I was right about Mexico City, and I'm going to tell y'all until I'm blue in the face. I told you so. About Mexico City, I told you so. Doesn't matter what I said, I told you so. Because I know the city. I love the city. I'm right about the city. Speaking of the city, Pride was yesterday. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or Adelia. You might have seen us post in our stories pictures from Pride. I didn't go. My mom's here, so we didn't go. Chaos. When I say chaos, I mean the crowd was there. If I was in the city another day, I'm sorry, if my mom wasn't here and I was in the mood, I would have done it. But like when there's a crowd in Mexico City, there is a crowd. Like when there's a crowd, it's a crowd. And so there was a crowd there, and chaos. But let me get back to y'all comments, because that's why we're here. I got a little sidetracked. I see that hey girl, hey. Also a From Broad to Bliss alumni. Temporary residency is approved for Mexico, working on cleaning her house and repairs for renting it out. We're making progress. Like that's big progress. You know where you're going to live, or you know what country you're going to live in. The city can change. You might move to a city and not love it. It's fine. You can get up and move. Cleaning out the house. So she's working on, I'm going to guess, some decluttering, which is important. It's an important step to take. And repairs for renting it out. So she knows what country she's moving to. She's decluttering, I'm guessing. That's what clearing out her house probably means. And repairs to generate income. Right? So there's that. I know she knows where she's going. She's getting rid of some of her stuff. And this may not be her only income plan, but she also has an income plan. You see all that progress in 2 sentences? I love it. All right. All right. Winnie is doing a 16-day scouting trip to Panama in October. All right. Winnie, why Panama? Are you only going to Panama City? And what else? Tell us something else. Tell us something. I love it. I haven't been to Panama yet. I'm gonna go maybe before the year is over. But y'all, I'm tired of these planes, trains, and automobiles. Like at this point, like put me on a bus to wherever I can go. It's so much easier. So much easier. Ooh. Okay. So your family isn't from there, but your aunt applied for the welcome stamp visa and moved there with my grandmother and 4 children. You know, that's a move. That's a move. I like it. I like it. Yes, go visit them. And so many more countries are coming up with visa programs like the welcome stamp from Barbados, where if you want to move there, they're making it a lot easier to move. So something for everyone to consider. Anita, after she finishes remodeling her house, she's putting it on Airbnb. She's heading to Mexico City either December or January 2023. Yes. Yes. I know, I love her. A little shoulder. Alicia's scouting trip is a month long. Okay, girl, I'll see you when I'm here. I'll come. I think I'm coming back in the next month. I don't know. I'm packing enough that I don't have to. We'll see what happens. Courtney is going to Tulum for her 40th in August and going to Portugal to see what it's like. Yes, progress, making moves. So, tell us how you feel about Portugal when you get back. Glass half full. This is an amazing update. Taking a sabbatical from my current position while transitioning to a new career that will give me financial. I'm going to give you maybe an increase. I'm claiming an increase, whatever that meant, and travel abroad. Okay. Reckless Love has her passport, and her first trip will be Mexico City for Dia de Muertos. Okay. Remember what I just said about the Pride Parade? Dia de Muertos. If you're coming to Mexico City for Dia de Muertos, you should also already have a hotel booked. You should already know probably where you want to see the parade from. And you should be making reservations. Adelia, if you're still watching this, it's time for us to make reservations for Dia de Muertos because the crowd. But it's fun. It's a good time. All right. All right. Tanfo landed a job in London, so now I'm waiting for the work visa to finalize and searching for an Airbnb. Yes. For anyone else who wants to go to London, I have heard from the Trusted House Sitters team that they have more house sits than house sitters in England. So if you're interested in a house sit and you're like, why not? I'd be open to England. I'd be open to London. You just got to get there. You just got to get there. Start applying over there. All right. All right. Pamela is a retired clinical therapist and would like to live in Playa del Carmen for a few months ASAP. I'm interested in one-on-one support. I dropped the link and I think I pinned it as the pinned comment so you can book a one-on-one session with me. It's a great way to kind of figure out if there are any gaps in your plan. Most people have like an idea. They have this plan and this plan and this plan, but not like things that bridge a couple gaps. And so I'm going to tell y'all, I am an expert in bridging the gaps. I'm not going to be humble today. I'm claiming it. If you have a plan, if there are any holes, I'm an expert at spotting them and helping you figure them out, fill them in. And I'm helping you, an expert at helping you bridging the gaps between where you are and where you want to be. We are not being humble. I'm claiming that. So if you want one-on-one support, hit that link and come through. Dee's booked her 6-week scouting trip. Congratulations. Mexico City. All right. Winnie B is going to Panama City for her 16 days. Yes. Okay. Auntie Trey, stop buying stuff. Step number 1, living as minimalist. I can't join you there. Y'all know that. In counseling to rid myself of USA and life's trauma I've experienced. Girl, I understand. Just got accepted to teach at Cambly and saving every dime. All right, stop. Okay, so how many of y'all are people who declutter, but at the same time that you're decluttering, you're still buying new stuff? So if you can stop buying stuff, if you can declutter, if you can work through any issues that you know you need to work through before you leave the country, saving money, increasing income, these are the steps that will get you abroad, right? What she's doing here will get her abroad. And so, yay. I can't see that whole sign. I need to be able to see my not so subtle sign. .co, not .com. All right. Yes, Lisa, this is why we do it. Look at these updates. Everyone is making progress. All right. Edna is preparing their home to sell it and my office. I will do a world tour for a year starting from Mexico City and Cancun in January 2023. Okay, so we've heard a lot of Mexico City, and I know there are people who watch my channel just because I talk about Mexico City. They're not necessarily interested in a career break or moving abroad. They just want Mexico City info. But I will tell you all how amazing Mexico City is, but I will also tell you, I cannot say that without saying it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. The crowd was so deep to get to the Pride Parade yesterday that like the subways are basically unusable for a while. Like the wait to get on the subway was just terrible. The lines, the mess. But on Tuesday I was taking the subway and I had to send a couple friends a photo like, what's happening here? Why is this line? Like there's a lot, I can't even get to the platform. There's a line to get to the platform. Now there was a line to get to the platform for the cars that were like for everybody. But as I've told you before, Mexico City has a number of women-only subway cars. And so I walked my butt to that woman-only section and there was no line there. And I got on the next train. But the section with all the men and like women traveling with maybe, I think it's under 12 there. So women traveling with boy children over 12 couldn't go if they wanted to ride with their children, couldn't go there. Women traveling with men can't get on that car unless they separate. There was no line there, but the cars for everybody, the lines were like 30 people deep. You hear my mama running water while I'm live on the internet, doing stuff and making noise, and she's about to eat all my blueberries. I see her. You're about to eat all my blueberries, huh? I told you I wanted some of those, right? You're gonna save some for me? Okay. You can't let just anybody in your house, y'all. You know this. Take it from me. You can't let just anybody in your house because they'll come here making noise while you're live on the internet, eating your snacks. Look at her. Come here. Show the people the guilty face. The guilty face. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, we will have all of you in CDMX. If we will have all of you in Mexico City if we have a choice. But that's why I have to say all the time, it's not a city for everybody. It's not a city for everybody. A lot of people come here and are like, no, absolutely. A lot of people come here and are like, absolutely not. This is not it for me. It's not in any way. You have to want a big city life, like a mega city life with no snakes or spiders or packs of roaming dogs. It's a mega city. I want to go back to that point though. If you're scared to come, if you've been told things about a city that you don't want to hear about a city you want to move to, right? If you're like, ooh, no, that's not for me, right? Trust that city might not be for you, right? Even for a number of reasons. One, if they're right? If they're right, like if we had roaming packs of dogs, half y'all would not come, right? Because like, no. But also, think about where you're getting that information from, right? I don't know where the woman heard about spiders. I've lived in this apartment for a year and a half, year and 3/4. I've never seen a spider. If you have this information, if the information is in your head from the internet or from TV or something like, and you cannot get past that information, like if your imagination cannot take you past that information, right? If you cannot figure out that like this is not the truth, it's something someone wrote into a script for TV, right? You probably shouldn't come. In the sense that like it's hard to grasp where you're going if you've never been there. So and when I say go, I mean move long term. So if there are things that terrify you, that you've heard about a place, asking other people on the internet if it's true or not probably isn't going to give you the comfort you need, right? I've heard the woman said, I've heard there are a lot of snakes. And I was like, I don't know how, like, and I'm telling you, there are not a lot of snakes, right? So now you've heard two different things. You've heard two different things now. Which one are you going to believe? I don't know. I don't know where you heard there were a lot of snakes. And I don't know how to prove to you that there aren't snakes hanging from every tree. Because I'm not about to walk around and make a video for you of that, right? Like, if you cannot get past the thing that is holding you up, don't force it. Pick a different place. Pick a different place. The world is too big. The world is way too big. So if you don't want to go to South Africa, you don't want to go to Johannesburg because you think the blackouts are going to be too much, pick a different place. Maybe go to Johannesburg for 2 weeks and see what you think, but don't pick up and move there if you are not convinced that like things will be okay for you, right? So there's an idea that like, yes, in Johannesburg, there are rolling blackouts, and I think they're doing a better job of announcing them now. And so, you know how to deal with them. If you're working, if you have to work remotely, that might be terribly inconvenient. But at least you know about it. But if you're like, if you're so rigid, I think that's what I'm saying. If you're so rigidly against the thing that could impact you, like if you're so like, if I see a spider, I will collapse dead in the street, or a snake, or if there's a rolling blackout, I will be unemployed because I will not be able to work. I would say that it's better not to move to places where you think these are things are going to happen than to ask someone on the internet, because someone on the internet's tolerance for those things might be different from yours. So Kina Williams was here and she's talking about rolling blackouts, and she runs her own business. She doesn't work for somebody else. So rolling blackouts, she lives in a place with a generator. We talked about that. And rolling blackouts don't really matter to her. Even if she didn't have a generator, I think it would be annoying, but it wouldn't be like, crap, I can't do my job right now, because she works for herself. So her saying rolling blackouts aren't a big deal isn't the same as rolling blackouts not being a big deal for you. And so if there's something that you're super, super rigid about and you heard it exists in a place you want to go to, just don't go there. Don't go there. Because what we see in a lot of the expat communities is that people are moving to places and then they're like, I don't like it here. I don't like it here. And now what? Now you got to move again? People are picking up and moving to places, one, with sometimes little to no research done, and sometimes more research done, but like thinking that the thing that they don't want to happen, it'll be okay. Like not being as tolerant of the annoyances as they thought they were going to be, right? As someone moving away from home, it's a good idea to get pretty flexible about what you get and what you don't get, right? What you have and what you don't have. It's a great idea to get more flexible about that. The things you have in America, you might not have in your new place. And so the more flexible you can be about that, the more likely your journey is to succeed. So if you're definitely afraid of snakes, don't move to a city where you've heard there are snakes. Because what if one day there is a snake and now here you are? I can't imagine where there, like, besides the zoo, I can't imagine where there would be, but like maybe somebody's snake got out. I'm sure there are people who have snakes as pets here. I haven't seen one, but I'm not in everybody's house. Y'all know I'm not in everybody's house. So I don't know. Anyhow, kind of long tangent, but if you cannot get past, if there's a thing that is like absolutely not, don't move to a place where you've heard it's going to happen and think you're going to be okay with it. Unless you're like, because if it's an absolutely not, you're probably not as flexible, right? If you're like, okay, if there's a spider, as long as it's like over there, if there's a spider in my apartment, I will be annoyed, but I will be okay. You can move to a place where you heard there's spiders. But if you're like, if there's a spider in my apartment, I'm packing my shit and leaving immediately, then don't do that. Don't do that. Don't move there. All right. Where are we? In the comments. Oh, yeah. Mama came on camera. I missed all that. I was talking. I missed these comments. Let's see. Oh, when I said make reservations for Dia de Muertos, I meant if you want to see it, you don't have to make reservations generally, but people who don't like crowds might want to get on a balcony to look over the crowd as the parade goes through. If you're talking about I'm speaking strictly about the parade right now. You might want to be over the parade route instead of on the parade route. As someone who was on the parade route this year, I'm telling you that I'm trying to be on a balcony this year. Okay. All right. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Miss D, African Journey. I hear you. Coming from the UK, I can retire next year at 59 plus. I have savings from my house sale. Plus, I'm currently studying my TEFL to occupy my brain, been sitting on the beach. But next you say, do you think I'm ready to go? And I can't answer that question here because I just don't have enough information. This is something that we could talk about in a one-on-one. I'm not trying to push you in that direction. I'm just saying that like absolutely cannot answer it here because there's a lot of other questions I'd want to ask you about like do you think I'm ready to go? Where are you going? How much money do you have? What is the plan? How many hours do you want to work? All those kind of things that we can't do here. If you want to schedule one-on-one, I'm here for you. If you don't, I totally understand. But there is no formula, right? I hope you're ready to go. But you thinking you're ready to go is more important than me thinking you're ready to go, right? Like you need to believe that you are ready and everything is going to be okay. You need to say like, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna make it work. Because a lot of times there's some make it work that has to happen. A lot of times you're gonna be like, I love 75% of my life, but I got to make this 25% work. How do I make this 25% work? And I don't know what that could be for you, right? I don't know where you're going. I don't know what that money looks like. And so I just can't really speak to, are you ready? But if you think you're ready, you're ready. You'll make it work. If you have a I will make it work attitude and you think you're ready, take the chance, make it work. I don't know. Tell us if you're still here, tell us. Miss D, my African journey. Are you ready to go? Right? You tell us. Okay. Ooh, Courtney has more progress updates. Ew. Schedule a one-on-one. All right. My progress. Bought a rental property. Yes. Pay down credit card debt, save substantially, started my cybersecurity business, visited Playa del Carmen, going to Tulum in August, traveling to Portugal. What did I say? Courtney and I did a one-on-one. Courtney's making progress. Bought a rental property, pay down credit card debt, save substantially. Progress. Right here. That's progress. Rainy season is summer. It starts in usually May. This year it kind of started in June and goes until like September or October. But like early October at the latest. And it rains every day. In the evening. Yes. All right. Auntie Trey decluttered first. Good job. Monique Michelle is becoming a digital nomad in the Bahamas. Yes. Island life. I'm trying to get to Hawaii this year. I love island life experience. I visited Nassau, Bahamas on a cruise and it was nice. Okay. I've never been to the Bahamas. When I was in Florida, I was like, I just want to take it like that. There's a ferry that goes to the Bahamas. And I wanted to do it, but it felt like such a long day trip. And I don't know. I never did it. I need to do that one day. Just go to the Bahamas. I need to do that. Maybe I'll come visit you, Monique. All right. Yes. Need to declutter while helping the U.S. mortgage rates come back down so I can sell by the end of the year. I don't know about these mortgage rates because they are talking crazy. Those economists are talking wild. Talking about in order for the economy to right itself, more people need to be unemployed. Or maybe for the economy to right itself, these huge companies need to stop trying to make record profits. Right? Gas isn't $7 a gallon in some of y'all neighborhood because too many people are employed. That's not what that is. That's not what that is. That's not why gas isn't the price it is because too many people have jobs. Gas is the price it is because Chevron and Exxon and all of them are like, what if we just charge more money? What if we made more money than we've ever made before? Right? Like but they talking crazy. Like increase the interest rates. Kick a little recession into gear. See what happens. There's too much money in y'all hands. So let's let there be less money in your hands by increasing unemployment. Like it's very much we do not care what happens to the people at the bottom of the economic triangle, I'm gonna call it, right? It's very, very much. Who cares if you don't have a job? Because those economists are not going to lose their job. They're not going to be the ones who lose their job, right? This is going to hurt poor people disproportionately. They don't care at all. There need to be layoffs, job freezes. And I think they said pay, like a freeze on pay hikes as well. I think I heard that somewhere. Unemployment is the answer? When has unemployment ever been the answer? What are we talking about? Raising interest rates? Instead of regulating the companies that y'all could regulate if you wanted to? Child, the U.S. is such a... I think this was a week that I realized that I cannot ever imagine. Like before I'd be like, not America, not for me, not America. But I truly cannot imagine ever voluntarily living in America again. Maybe in like 20 years if things shift. But right now, what y'all doing over there? Why y'all doing it? I don't want it. I don't want it. All right, Mrs. McQueen is considering a new job with Southwest Airlines so she can fly for free and work from home. I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Wait, let me think. Okay. Do you have to be in a certain area to do that, Mrs. McQueen, or can you be anywhere? Is it like work from home, like a customer service role? All you need is a phone, and probably need to be in the U.S., or do you need to be like in Dallas or wherever they have their operations? FDM is doing some major work on their rental property, talking with the developer about plans to convert my larger house into a duplex. And she's been in Mexico since June 11th, checking out some cities. Yes, duplex. Rental income. For the people who want it, right? Holly Golightly, looking to move to Puerto Vallarta in August, was going to check out places, but the weather said there's a cyclone warning / tropical storm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just like in Florida, every year there's like some kind of warning about some crazy stuff. The beach cities here have the same thing. It's a hurricane or something or a tropical storm. Mm-hmm. Her Royal Highness Sophia the First. Yes, I like it. Moved from Barbados, no plans to move back. Moving to Portugal in a few years to the Silver Coast. Yes. Okay. Congratulations. And I love your name. Reckless Love wants a little hot girl year or two in Mexico City, but the suburban girl me will settle long term somewhere else. Yeah. If you like the suburbs, I don't know if you have a year or two in Mexico City. Come and find out. Definitely come and find out, but you might not. Holly's trying to figure out how to get Mexican residency. Stephanie from Vicarious and I, as part of Exodus Summit, did a number of workshops on just that topic. So I'm going to drop a link for you. One of them was getting residency in Mexico. Another one was getting residency in Portugal, and one was getting residency in France. And I think this is the link. So give me a second. I'll drop that for you. And that'll explain exactly what you have to do. Let's see if that was the right link. Yes. It's getting residency abroad. Drop that link for you, Holly Golightly. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Y'all hear that? Did you hear that? I don't know what that was. Yeah, the higher elevation in Mexico City limits seeing bugs. I still get bitten by mosquitoes occasionally, but it's like it's summertime, it's rainy season, and I might get one bite every 2 weeks. I'm going to Cancun today, and I don't have bug spray. That's what I forgot. Mommy. Hi. I've taken so much video of the Metrobus and the subway in Mexico City, but the idea of like editing it together, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Yolanda. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Courtney likes Playa because it gives the best of both worlds. I love the jungle and tropical water views. You get both of Playa. I was able to see monkeys. Is that coati? Large iguana, scorpions. Love it. Okay. I don't want to be anywhere there are monkeys. I have a thing against monkeys. No monkeys over here, please. Monkeys got to stay over there, far, far over there. They need to be boop that away. All monkeys to the left. If there's a place, like when I was in Durban in South Africa, there's like a walking path, and on the walking path, there are monkeys. And the first day I got there, I just froze. And I was just staring like, monkeys. Monkeys. How do I? Monkeys. Oh. So. And scorpions? Girl. Okay, Mom, are you reading this comment? She wants to move to Merida. Mommy, FDM 215 is in Mexico City right now. They had a really good first visit. It's a more likely spot for me than Merida. The Yucatan is too hot for me. You see it? You see the comment on the screen? It's very hot there.
She's not Jamaican and she doesn't live in South Florida.
Doesn't know anything about you, but decided that you're not Jamaican and you don't live in South Florida. And that's the only reason you would say that. My mom really thinks it's a good idea. Simi wants to know why I love Bogota. I was only in Bogota for like a week, and it was a traumatic week. I was dating a guy, told him I was going to Bogota, and he was like, "Do you want me to go too?" And I was like, "No, I'm just going to solo adventure." And he showed up in the middle of my trip, and we fought the entire time. He literally just he said, "Oh, I'm in Bogota. I just happened to be in Bogota." Fought the entire. So like, I remember liking Bogota, but I could not. I've had years here, and I had a very stressful week there. So I don't think I'm a good person to talk about similarities and differences. But I want to go back. So maybe after I go back, I can do that. But child, that man stressed me out for a solid week. I hate him. Woo! Okay. You're the first one to admit it. Ishual Sharon? I have no idea whether I got the right grouping of letters together. But you're on the struggle bus with your move abroad. Tell us why you're on the struggle bus. Thank you for acknowledging that, because I expected to see more of this and I haven't. So if you're on the struggle bus, share that with us too. Like, what is holding you back? What's the problem? Let's talk about it. Speaking of which, if I did a live group coaching session on a Sunday, on a video, would you be willing to volunteer to be coached? This is for everybody, not specifically for you, Ishual Sharon, if that's your name. If it's not, apologies. And the reason I ask is because it's something I wanted to do, but for me, I know that sometimes the questions in these coaching sessions can be very personal. And so I understand if no one wants to put their personal business out there. But maybe in exchange for a free session, you're willing to do that. I don't know. So if you are willing to be coached, drop it in the comments and I will write your name down. Because I'm leaving today, everything's kind of a mess. I was like, do I have a pen? I'm good. I'll write your name down if you want to, and we can talk about it. All right. So, but Ishual Sharon. I know, I just feel like I'm missing the group of letters together, but that's all I have. That's all my brain sees right now. Tell us in the comments why you're on the struggle bus and what would help you. Let us know. Let the collective hive mind do some work. All right. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? They're getting together. Notice I'm not invited. Did you see this? They're getting together. First time I'm hearing about it is here in the chat. I ain't getting no invite. Not a hey girl, you want to? No. Y'all in here making friends and leaving me out. It's fine. It's fine. I don't even care. All right. I don't even care. All right, what are we talking about? So Cece's the one that's always talking reckless to me about how I saw her but didn't say hi. But she's never said that I did not see a Black woman at Dia de Muertos and not say hi. I did not see her. If I do not have glasses on my face, I do not see you. If you're at a distance, I am nearsighted. And farsighted people, especially if you're not, like, if you're a hue of chocolate that I can pick out of a crowd and I see you, I'm waving. If you're a softer, lighter brown and you could perhaps be Mexican, I might not have even spotted you. But I did not see a Black woman and not say hi. If you know me, you know that. She went right to the bar in a hotel in Dia de Muertos after Adelia saw her. If I said hi, I could have rolled with her. But I'm telling you, she didn't say hi to me. She didn't say hi to me. Or we would have had a conversation. There's no way. She cannot claim that she said hi to me and I ignored her. Because if that happened, I definitely did not see her at all. She always talking about I saw her and didn't say hi. Just making stuff up. Just making stuff up. No. You probably saw me and I may not have. If I did not say hi, I did not see you. But we're going to stop talking about this. You're going to stop bringing this up. You're going to stop bringing this up. All right. Constance wants to know, however, suburbs of CDMX, I'd like to be close enough to go to the city center when I want without necessarily living in the thick of it every day, that or medium-sized city. The suburbs are like hours away. Okay. So some suburbs, depending on traffic, what could if you go an hour away from where I live, you're still in the city in most directions. 45 minutes to an hour, you're still in the city. Especially if there's traffic. If it's traffic, you can go 2 hours and still be in the city from where I live. But if you're an hour away from Central, which is basically, it's not really the center of a city, but it's a good place to think of as the center of a city. It's going to be less crowded than it is in the thick of things. But like I said, an hour can easily be 2 hours if it's traffic. So is that close enough for you? Right? Our suburbs aren't 30 minutes away. Our suburbs, and like, these aren't suburbs, it's still the city, but like, you could consider them, for what you're talking about, you could consider them suburbs. There are places that are less crowded that are still part of a city, but they're far. But next week's video is going to have more info for you on neighborhoods that people might like. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Y'all in here talking about Hawaii. Bum, 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 bum. Ew. Yes, Yolanda. Quit that job. You'll know. She brings a smile to my face. A little shoulder shimmy. Quit that job. Quit that job. Mm-mm-mm. I'm seeing people who are getting their job offers rescinded from companies. And I want to know from these companies that are doing it, why they think anyone would ever, besides desperation, right? Why anyone would take a job from you again. Because if I leave my job to go work at your place, so I have a job and I leave the job, drop the job to come work at your place. And then you're like, nah, girl, we're not really going to hire you. And now I have no job. I'm going to get on the internet and talk about it. People are doing this on LinkedIn now. They're talking about how jobs are, like this company rescinded my offer. Boom. Why would anyone ever come work for you again? Why would anyone feel confident leaving their job to come work for anyone? If right now, if employers are like, yeah, this is what we're doing. We're just going to hire people and then change our mind. Why would anyone leave? Why would anyone, unless they really, really hate their job and they're going to quit anyway, leave their job to come work for you? Why? How are you going to get employees next time when the economy's better? How? I don't understand. Shonda has an update for us. Yes, girl. Shonda is also one of my lovely From Burnout to Bliss people. Hey, Shonda. Finished residency in July. Declutter, put condo on market, get remote status for my job while opening my consulting business. Move as soon as my house sells. Find tenant. She got a lot going on, but it's working for her. It's working for her. Her residency, she's going to know she's moving to Mexico. She's decluttering, put the condo on the market, remote status on the job. It's working. It's working. All right. Sarah's progress. Open an Ally account with buckets. Beginning to declutter, scouting trip in November, visa research in progress, set a departure date, strategizing on getting remote status at work. Sarah has a plan. Look at that. Taking care of the money, taking care of his stuff, taking care of a location, taking care of being able to stay in the location long term, knows when she's leaving, working on going remote so she can work from anywhere. Look at that. That's a plan. If you don't have a plan, tell us in the comments. Tell us in the comments that you're like, I don't even know where to start. Let us know. All right. And them crypto exchanges seem a little sketchy. Marriott, if you're comfortable, tell us in the comments what kind of job you're looking for. Maybe someone has some ideas. All right. Because there's always such great inspiration in this chat. Yes. I love seeing y'all help each other. It's really great. Jasmine. Studying for the bar exam. Praying for you, girl. Because researching ways to transition to other areas of work, policy, or international law. That's a good idea. I know that there's so many lawyers who are like, I'm not doing this no more. And they transition to something else. And so I have faith that it's going to happen for you. I do. Leah, why have you been discouraged by your family? Okay. And why specifically do you want to teach in Kuwait? Like, I know people want to teach abroad. I get that. Curious about why Kuwait is the place that's speaking to you. Also curious, like, why you listen to your family? Are they paying your bills? Right? Like, what? Other people's fears can't let them hold you back. Can't let them hold you back. Can't let them do it. All right. I'm currently getting rid of all my belongings, but I have a huge emergency food storage supply that I'm scared to get rid of. Sheeta, please help. Okay. Little Miss, stay ready. You emergency food supply says you stay ready. I get it. First thing I would do is check to make sure that all of the food in your emergency food supply is still hasn't passed the expiration date. It's still good food, not past the expiration date. Because some of us keep some things in our cabinets forever. And that's probably not what's going on with you. If it's emergency food supply, there's probably, expiration date is like 27 years from now. But I would say, will this food supply serve you in the next stage of your life? Or does it make more sense to get rid of this emergency food supply, pass it on to someone else who could use it, and then get another emergency food supply in the next phase of your life, right? Because you can't travel with all food, right? You can't take everything with you. So you have, larger point, we're coming back to a larger point. You can't take everything with you. You have to get rid of some things, and you have to decide whether wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, whatever's next, whether it makes sense to pack these things up and take them with you. Pack the things up and take them with you. Get rid of them and get new stuff where you're going. This applies to everybody with all your stuff. Get rid of them and get new stuff where you're going. Or not go anywhere because you don't want to do anything with the stuff you have. Pack them, take them with you. Get rid of them and get new stuff where you're going. Or don't go anywhere because the stuff is weighing you down. I can't answer that for you. I can tell you, but those are the 3 choices I see for you. You have to decide what's right for you. Me, I am not emotionally attached to food. It gets in my belly. It does the job. It gets out, right? And so I would get rid of emergency food supply. I'd get rid of it. And in the next phase of my life, I'd get another emergency food supply. Now, my shoes that are in storage in the Bay Area and my clothes and some fur and some jewelry. It's I struggle with that. So I'm not one to say oh, just get rid of everything. Just get rid of everything. Because I've had storage for 5 years. And so I understand, it's hard to get rid of everything. But if it's something that can be replaced and you're not emotionally attached to, it may make a lot more sense to get rid of it. And in the next phase of your life, replenish. All right. Oh. All right. Jade is blessing all of her loved ones with all of her furniture and such in her storage unit so she can get out of here and make their way to Mexico. Yes. Make my Mexit. I think you're the first person I've heard call it a Mexit. So you're exiting to Mexico. I love it. Okay. I don't think I can get Avon down. I haven't tried to get Avon down here. Also, I'm going to the tropical bitey place today, so it's too late. So when this is over, I'm going to go to the store across the street and see what I can find as far as bug spray goes. All right. In the comments. Yeah, girl, get rid of that food. If you're going to leave for a year, get rid of the food. Get it when you get back. If there is a shortage of food in the U.S., if you plan on leaving for a year, if there's a shortage of food in the U.S., I'm going to go ahead and guess that you probably won't be coming back. If you tell me that there's not enough food in the U.S. to feed the people of the U.S., I'm going to be anywhere else my passport would let me go. I will not be in the U.S., right? And I think a lot of you are probably feel the same. If y'all ain't got enough food, you know me. If y'all ain't got enough food over there, why would I go? I feel that way for going to someone's house, for going to another country. If y'all ain't got food, what it looks like going there, right? So, if you're leaving for a year, right before you leave, get rid of it. You don't have to get rid of it now. Get rid of it right before you leave. Someone will take it, either a food bank, a friend, someone will take the food. Mm-mm. I think when I moved to Mexico City, I moved with 2 suitcases, but I had stuff at my mom's house. So I made a couple trips bringing things down, and I've just been buying stuff here. But yeah, 2 suitcases. You don't need more than 2 suitcases of stuff. Miss Adelia travels with her dog, and she has like 3 or 4 bags. One includes a sewing machine. I think the 4 bags include the dog, the sewing machine, and then like 2 bags of her stuff. Okay, so Mrs. McQueen, who's looking at the job at Southwest, says it's state specific, but they provide the equipment and it's a customer service and support. I've never had a union job, so I'm skeptical about that. That's fair. So I think that's another good thing. Think about Mrs. McQueen is excited about this job because flight benefits. So if you want to travel more, look at airline jobs, right? Look at jobs that can give you flight benefits. So for anyone in the comments looking for a job, if traveling is on your horizon, look at jobs that get you airline benefits. All right. Let's see what else is in the comments. Yeah, I'll answer this question for her. Oh, they probably already did in the comments. Wait. Sagwell, we have covered this in a previous video. It did not go well. So I'm going to link you to Danny's video about when she did that. People in the comments who've already seen Danny's video will tell you it was not a great experience for her. And so I think you should watch this video. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong button. I think you should watch this video and share the link. There's also a Facebook group called On the Road in Mexico, I think. I don't know for sure because your girl don't drive down here at all. And so I won't be on the road. But I think the group is On the Road in Mexico, and they talk about driving through Mexico. But at Sagbull, give me a second. That's also not working. Maybe you're not here anymore. All right. Let me tag you. Link to Danny's video about driving in Mexico. All right. Courtney has strong feelings about Kuwait. She was stationed there in the military. But she might like it hot. Some like it hot, right? Let's see. If you're talking about physical possessions, and I think that's what you're talking about, because I think you're the one who asked about the dog. I say take the things that you need that you cannot replace. right? Like, or what you think might be hard replacing. If I have, this isn't it, this is what I found at Costco, but if I have a favorite lotion, I might bring a thing of my like, and it's the only, say I have sensitive skin, right? I'll put it like that. If I have sensitive skin and there's only one lotion that works for me, I might bring one thing of my lotion and then figure out how to get it once, as I'm running out of this, figure out how to get it down here. But if I'm just like, I don't like ash, so I need lotion, I might not bring that. I might use that space for something else. So the point is, the things that you absolutely are like irreplaceable, like if you have a prescription lotion or something that feels close to that in your mind, like bring that. If you're like, my hair will only respond well with this one conditioner, bring that one conditioner. But if you're like, my hair responds best with this 12 product system that I've created, if you bring all 12 products, you might not have space for other stuff, right? And so bring the things that you're like, I absolutely cannot live without. I need this. You don't need to bring like triplicates. Wherever you're going, someone's probably going back and forth to there. They can bring you stuff. Your family can bring you stuff. My friends come visit. My friends visit me. I'm like, what is your address? I will be sending these Amazon things to your house. Please bring them with you. Thank you. You staying in my room, my guest bedroom? You're going to be my packing mule. You're going to bring some stuff down to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I would say there's no bring amount of things that you can manage, right? So if you cannot safely manage bring the amount of things you can manage when you have to go to the bathroom in the airport, right? So if you have 3 checked bags and it's just you coming down, you understand that, and your dog and a carry-on bag and a roller bag, those could all be very hard to manage, right? I'm like, I don't travel with more stuff than I can manage in an airport bathroom. Because what? Because if someone rolls off with my suitcase, now I got to run through the airport trying to fight somebody. Like, it's too much. It's too much. Right? So bring the amount of stuff you can manage. What is in those bags is going to depend on you and the things that you think you absolutely need and the things that are not replaceable. All right. Yes, ma'am. So I don't know if you guys know, I worked for BMW for 8 years, I think. On the scale of the employer, they are, as a lawyer, the best employer I had. Now, best, the bar is in hell, right? The bar, I worked with some terrible employers. They were not a terrible employer. They were reasonably decent. But I worked on the commercial side once and I worked on the consumer side. So I would look at problems with people's contracts. And every once in a while I'd be looking at these payments like, y'all paid how much for car? Y'all pay how much for car? What is this? What are these numbers? Yeah, these cars got to go. I was there like, y'all, what are these numbers people are paying for? Not everybody wasn't like that, right? But sometimes I was looking at people and I was like, how much? Oh my God. Woo. So BMW also owns Mini and Rolls-Royce. And so I'd look at Rolls-Royce contracts, like there were 9 times out of 10 they were leases, right? But I'd look at them like, y'all leasing a car for how much a month? Ooh, a lot of people's faves. If you see them in a Rolls Royce, it's leased and the payment is ridiculous. And you got to turn that car back in. Woo, yeah. Anyway, after working in auto finance for that long, I'm very much on the side of like, I don't need a car. I will be on the bus. I'm literally here like, that bus takes me everywhere I need to go, and the one on the other side takes me everywhere else. I know one that like a bus route that runs north-south and one that runs east-west. I don't need anything else. Please and thank you. And the Ubers. But car payments, got a little itchy. They make me a little itchy. Yeah, Amazon might sell Avon, but getting Amazon here is kind of a mess. Amazon is not a mess. You can order things on Amazon here, but Amazon US is different from Amazon Mexico, and the prices are different. And I'm leaving today, so that Avon wouldn't come to me. They want us to believe it's the richest country in the world, right? They want us to believe that America is so full of resources. So full of resources. But you can't feed people or give them power. Just trash. Just trash leadership. Biden talking about, I don't know what to do. What to do? What to do? A mess. A mess. 25 days till Guadalajara. Yes, getting rid of everything. I'm giving a lot of family heirlooms to my niece. It's time to pass it down. Yes, that came up yesterday. We were talking about that in the From Burnout to Bliss coaching, is also figuring out what to do with the things that are of value to you, have historical importance, and your family might not care about. So that's what we came up with yesterday. It was like, if you have family heirlooms, but no one in the family wants them, what do you do? That was part of our coaching call. Clothes. So now that I haven't seen the clothes in my storage unit for over 4 years, and a good chunk of those 4 years have been pandemic, I know nothing in there is going to fit me. I know nothing in my storage unit is going to fit me anymore. That is like the easiest part of going there and dealing with the clothes. That's why I'm like with shoes. Like I still have high hopes that my feet haven't expanded, but them clothes, they're not going to fit. Coats, yes. I love coats. I love coats and shoes. But the clothes themselves, they got to go somewhere else. All right. I think I saw a hater. Where'd they go? Where did the hater go? Here she go. Here she go. Miss Stephanie Perry. Everything must go. Why? Why? It's very hard. It's very hard as a maximalist to be yoked to a minimalist. To two, her and Adelia. I don't like it. I like them, but they're terrible people with terrible thoughts and ideas about stuff. I don't like it. But here she comes talking about everything must go. No. All right. Now, I will tell you guys to get rid of all your stuff, but I will never. I have no idea what I'm doing with my storage unit, y'all. Woo! All right. I don't like making really general proclamations, but I'm going to do this here. If you don't have a house, if you are planning on buying a house and then leaving, don't do that. Use your savings and go. Don't buy a house and then leave. Like, owning a house can be it can be a great investment. It can also not, because we all remember 97, 98, when that bubble burst. Houses can be great investments or they cannot. And right now, there's been a housing bubble. And it's gone. I don't know if it's going to burst or what, but the prices are wild. So investing all your money in a house that you might not get it out of, when you could use that money to live the life of your dreams abroad, I wouldn't do it. I don't think you should do it. And I normally don't tell people what to do, but I don't think you should. All right. What do you think of using Airbnb when you first move? I've been hearing a few horror stories. I'm a little nervous seeing as it was my daughter and I use Airbnb. Like, okay. If you don't, when I travel by myself, I use hotels a lot. When I travel with my mom, we should not be in the same hotel room. So I have to choose now between getting 2 hotel rooms or getting an Airbnb and hoping for the best. So from now until next Friday, we're being 2 different Airbnbs, and then we will be in 2 different hotel rooms because we should not be in the same hotel room. Unless it's a suite with 2 bedrooms, we should not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So Airbnb, there are horror. You will hear horror stories about Airbnb, and a lot of them are very true, right? But what you'll hear less of are the people who stayed in Airbnbs and had a great time, or even like an okay time, nothing went wrong, but they're not as vocal about it, right? The horror stories, I think there are less of them, but people are more vocal about them. They're like, yeah, it was fine. No one ever talks. No one ever leaves like Airbnb forces you most of the time to leave a review. So you will see, yes, it was fine reviews. But in life in general, people don't leave like, yeah, that was like a 3 out of 5, right? Review. Or that was a 4 out of 5. They leave, yes, it was a 5 out of 5 reviews, and they leave, it was a 1 or a 2 reviews. And so that's just how we talk about things in life generally. If things are really bad, you tell everybody. If things are okay, I'm not, what is it? The quote from The Wire. Stringer Bell said, was it a 40-degree day? Like nobody talks about, was it a 40? It was Baltimore. So I think that's context for the degrees. But I think he's like, nobody talks about a 40-degree day, right? Like it's cold, but it's not freezing. But like if it gets hot, if it gets really warm, everyone gets excited. If it gets colder than that, everyone is talking about it because it's freezing. But like, I think he says 40 degrees, but my brain is like, that's really cold. But maybe it's not in the Baltimore wintertime. But like, when things are meh, no one ever talks about meh. And so a lot of meh, you go there, it's fine. Stories, and people just don't talk about those. So I've had a lot of meh experiences. Use your common sense, read all the reviews, you'll be fine. This time when I booked an Airbnb, one Airbnb for us in Playa and one in Cancun. The one in Playa del Carmen was like, it had a 2-week cancellation period. And when I booked, you're supposed to automatically like get the address and get everything you need. When I booked, the message they sent back, like the address they gave me wasn't complete. And they said, we'll send you the address 24 hours before check-in date. And I was like, it's outside of normal protocol. So why would you be doing this? Why don't you want me to know where the place is, like exactly where the place is, until after it's past the cancellation window? What are you hiding from me? Turns out the place was over, like next to and above. So like this. This is the apartment. This is the most popular taco place in town. Open late night. I said, absolutely not. Because I was like, either you send me this apartment or we can't. I need to know where it is. I need to be able to arrange transportation. Nothing. And I was like, you're going to send it to me or you're going to cancel. What's it going to be? And they're like, oh, here it is. I put in the address and the first photo was a taco place. And because I know Playa, I know it's Don Sirloin. What do I look like living above a Don Sirloin? Like the Don Sirloin. Absolutely not. I said, and now I'm going to cancel for free and get all my money back because you're doing something outside of the requirements. I don't stay in Airbnbs if like in the fine print, they're like, you need to pay this much in deposit or like you need to do that. I don't. If there's fine print that involves money that's not included in the actual fees you're paying, even if it's just a deposit, If you require anything, if you're not doing what Airbnb, if you're not following the guidelines as they're set out and the expectations as most people have for using the service, we are canceling and we are moving on with our life. I don't care. I'm just not doing it. All right. Yes. Cat spent an hour boxing up stuff in her basement to donate. Ew, 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 ew. Yes, I love it. Yeah, back to Danny. Danny's video is hilarious, but a cautionary tale. Yeah, if you're trying to drive in Mexico, think twice, because Danny had us all like, "Oh no, this don't sound good." No, ma'am. All right. And this is why you can't trust people on the internet. Stephanie Perry is a very trustworthy woman, and I love her dearly. Everything must go to her mama dad. Everything must go to her mama house. Talk about my storage. She got stuff. I have stuff in my mom's house too, but she has stuff at her mom's house. I'm talking about my storage. Ooh, Alicia's mom is coming to Mexico City. Whole family gonna be down here soon. Yes. All right. In Airbnbs, a lot of places have we'll do a speed test and have it online, like on the booking. They might show a photo of a speed test. You can ask the landlord to do a speed test. Because a lot of people now are traveling and working, you can check the review, read all of the reviews. Someone will probably say something about the Wi-Fi. And if they say it's bad, believe them. All right. Travel, wine, and chill. I think you're talking about Mexico. I don't know. You can Google it. The information's available online about what customs will charge for. They usually charge the VAT. If they think you're bringing something to sell, or if they can make an argument that you are, and the only person they have to argue with is themselves. When I say make an argument, they're arguing with themselves. Like you're not involved in the discussion, right? If they look at it and they're like, "Oh, you're bringing this down to sell," or if it's on a specific list of things of what you're allowed and what you're not allowed, that they might charge you. I don't know. I would look it up. I don't have it. This is the first time I've been asked that question. If the urn has remains in it, I would also look up and see if you can bring that in at all. I don't know. Yes, Amazon works in Mexico. I was trying to explain that earlier, but Amazon Mexico and Amazon US are two different things. So if you have Prime in the US, it does not work in Mexico. You have to pay for Prime here to get Prime here. Prices are completely different. Like prices are unrelated. On the two sites, prices are unrelated. Some things from Amazon US you can get shipped to Mexico. Some things you can't. Some things in Amazon Mexico, in Amazon US are not available on Amazon Mexico. It's like ordering from the system works the same, but it's like ordering from a completely separate company if you're ordering from Amazon Mexico. It is functionally like it's a whole. Does it have it? Does it not? What's the price? It's not the same. Functionally, some things I try to order, like it's on Amazon for one price. It's on Amazon US for one price. It's on Amazon Mexico for twice the price. Yay. And shipping is sometimes like it'll be here in 2 days, and sometimes it's like it'll be here when it feels like it. So let's see. This is a good point. Yeah, Airbnb is a good way to check out the neighborhood before you get an apartment. I definitely think that I discourage people from booking apartments, like renting long-term apartments before they've been in a city, in a neighborhood for a while. You want to get here, you want to stay in some kind of temporary housing before you book your long-term apartment so that you know the neighborhood you're looking at is actually a good neighborhood for you. All right. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, friends, we've talked a lot. I normally go for longer today, but I need to finish packing. Because I'm going to Cancun today. No, I'm landing in Cancun, but then I'm going to Playa del Carmen. So Playa del Carmen, ladies, if you're around, holler at me. That's all I got. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your wisdoms with us. Thanks for sharing your plans. I will see you guys on the other side. I don't think there'll be a live video next week because I will be on a boat. Probably won't have good reception on the boat. Maybe there will, maybe they're not, but there'll probably be a pre-recorded video. Okay? All right. Bye, y'all. Talk to you next time.